What's going on, everybody? This is Mr. Dub. This is Bay State Breakers, and I'm going to have a video here today for you, following the trend of some of my friends that have done it, who have followed in some of their other friends on here, and we're going to do a top card video. After watching my buddy Chris's, Mr. Cardi C, do a great job. He did his top 50. You can check him out. My other buddy, oh so famous Mr. Filmington, just released his a little while ago too, I believe last night or the night before, doing a top 40. I'm actually going to be doing a top 40 as well. I do have other cards I could put in here. Some of them are not in my possession at the moment, as they are part of some current PSA submissions. And if I had them here, raw or hopefully as PSA 10s, they'd probably be replacing some of these cards that I'm going to be currently showing off. However, this top 40 will only consist of what is currently in my possession. And, well, when I get those other cards back, maybe we'll do an update video, or that'll be next year's top 40. All right. With that being said, first off the bat, I just want to say this will be basketball heavy. It's got some baseball, one or two football, I believe, and there are some Pokemon in here. So let's get this started. Card number one is a basketball card, which a lot of people, I'm sure, should have by now. One of the top rookies cards to come out in the last couple of years. The Luka Doncic rated rookie from Optic. This goes for about 200 raw. This will probably be put into one of my future submissions. And PSA 10s, I don't even know what the current value of a PSA 10 is right now, but raw in its current state, this is about a $200 card. I picked this up, I believe, at a show in, I'm not really sure where the show was, I forget. I do know that I was with Filmington, and I believe either Cardi C was there or our buddy Amit was there. I'm not 100% sure, I forget. But still, picked this up, I think, for like 50 or 60 bucks. And it's definitely appreciated value due to his popularity and skills on the court. Next up is another basketball card here. This is a Hall of Famer, one of the greats that ever played the game. This is Magic Johnson, National Treasures autograph. This is numbered to 49, and it's average value from the comps I looked up. I believe there's only two at the moment that I could find, about 180 to 210. So I got an approximate value of about $200 on this. This was a card, I actually won this in a Raz back when Razes were first starting out and were really popular, and you can actually find them on the Breakers.tv channel. If you know about Breakers.tv, there are still some good breakers on there. But this was on a Raz channel. They don't currently do Razes anymore, but I don't know. They don't like gambling, and they consider Razes gambling. But this was that. This is one of the few cards in the possession right now that I either did not pack pull myself. A lot of these are going to be pack pulled cards that I actually pulled myself. All right. Next up, I also got to say that some of these cards I do have multiples of, but I only counted them as one card. And if I have multiples, I will show it. Next card up is Wander Franco. This is from the Bowman Mega Box 2019. I have two PSA 10s. This is about a $220, $250 card in the PSA 10 grade. And I plan on holding these. I believe he's got a great chance of being a fantastic player in the league. And you can only picture these going up in price. This first Bowman in Mega Box. All right. Next up, this will be the first football card to grace this video. This is Don Russ Optic, Lamar Jackson rookie, rated rookie, PSA 10. It's about a $250 card. in the PSA 10 format. And one of the best young players in the game right now, as far as I'm concerned. Didn't have the greatest year this year. I think his prices did dip a little, but still holding steady around 250. And I have a second one. I believe it's out actually in another grading order. So hopefully I can add to that. He's going to be a bright young star along with Mr. Patrick Mahomes. All right. Next up, I have to recheck the prices on this. I don't think it was really accurate. I found these. These are just the PSA 9s. Both are PSA 9s of just the Donruss, Luka Doncic rookie. And they were showing going for about $250 in the PSA 9 format. I find it hard to believe that they were worth more than the Optic, even though the Optic was raw. But especially since the PSA 9, if they were PSA 10s, I think they would be. But last comp I saw, I looked this up the other day, was around $250. So if that's the case, I will take it, and I'm not going to complain. Most of these cards, hopefully, if the card shows do pick back up again, will be available for the most part, unless they are strict PC cards. There's only a few in here that are going to be strictly PC. But all right, keeping with the theme of Luka, we have two of these. This is from Chronicles. This is the Crusade card. I think this is actually one of my favorite in the Chronicles set that you can pull off Luka for this rookie year. These go for about $250 to $280, and I love the color variations. I think it's pink. Pink might be the one I was looking at. I'm trying to pick up, but I just love the photo. Crusades are just awesome looking cards. I've always loved Crusades. All right, let me see. What number was that? I don't keep track when I was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that was card number 6. Card number 7, you're going to see this coming up in a couple different variations. For around $250, we have Fernando Tatis. This is just the chrome base version from Topps Chrome. Gem Mint 10 PSA. You're going to see a couple more of these. Hopefully coming back in another PSA video as well. I believe I have 2 out at the moment. And I have a bunch of regular Topps as well. Definitely a stud. And this is probably going to be one of those few cards that's not technically a PC, but I will hold a little bit. Unless obviously someone makes a good offer. All right. Card number 8 will be the first Pokemon card. One of my Pokemon PCs. One of the most popular characters, obviously, and Pokemon lineup, per se, I guess. What I'm looking for, I don't know. Who knows? But Charizard. You can never go wrong with Charizard. Has to be probably the most popular character there is. Maybe Pikachu, but still. This guy is the chase card generally in all sets that he is in. And whenever you can pull it out of a pack or buy, it's generally always good. I have a couple of these in a PSA 9 version as well, but this is the only PSA 10 version I have. This goes for around $260, $270. It was a lot more for a long time. I think this actually reached values up to $500 at one point, but this one has gone down because it's not, I guess, one of the more popular ones. But still, I love this card. It's one of the first Charizards I ever pulled, so that will stay with me for a long time. All right, number 9. This was a card that I wanted to get graded, but I don't think, due to its centering, that it would do that great. It'd be 9 if I was lucky. This is the John Morant from Prism. This is the red ice version. I have it as the value maybe around $300. The last 2 sales of this card were $250 and $405. So I had to drop it somewhere in the middle. But as you can tell, not the greatest of centering, even though it's still a very nice card. This was actually pulled with another John Morant one night. I pulled a green Prism, which didn't make this video. I pulled a green Prism as well one night when we Actually, I don't think the video was ever released because Mr. Bowman 51, I think he lost the footage or something. But me, Bowman 51, and Cardi C went out to dinner one night and we opened some packs while we were eating dinner and talking cards. And Bowman did film it, but I don't know whatever happened to the video because I don't think it was ever released. But this was actually one of the cards I pulled because I was lucky enough to actually find some Prism before everyone was buying them all up and not being able to find anything. And this is one of them. So thankfully, I managed to get that. All right. This will be card number 10, which will be technically, I guess, what, 31. I'm counting down from 40. This is another Pokemon card. This is a Japanese Pokemon. This is from the Japanese gym set from 1998. It's a holo version. Misty's Gyarados. It jumps around in prices. The last couple sales were between $250 to $300. This was pulled for me during a break. There is a girl that does breaks in Japan. Her name is Ashley. You can follow her at PokemonBari.com. I've been breaking with her for years. She's good. She's real good. I enjoy getting into breaks. She's quite popular now because a lot of people are collecting the Japanese cards as well. But she used to do some older sets that she was able to get a hold of. And this is the one she pulled for me. It's an awesome card. Gyarados is just a badass as it is anyways. Not quite as popular as Charizard, but that is what it is. All right, I'm going to get the baseball here. This next card is an iconic player. It's probably going to go down as one of the best players to ever play the game. It's Mike Trout. And this is like a super, super short print from opening day. Not one of the greatest sets that there is out there, or one of the more popular sets. It was generally advertised to be kind of for the kids, but even this set was scooped up and cleared off the shelves for a while. The only sale that I had seen, which I can't find on eBay anymore, because I guess it's past whatever the date is that how far back they go, was $300. This is actually going out in one of my next PC sports cards PSA subs, and yeah. There are other versions of this as well. There's like a jumbo box topper of these as well. Those are not quite as rare and do not go for nearly as much. But this is, I also have a version of this of Eloy. So I actually pulled two of these. I think these were exclusive to the mega boxes as well, but I'm not 100% sure. But you can never go wrong with Trout. All right. Next up, one of my PC guys. He's Boston Celtics future, as far as I'm concerned. It's Jayson Tatum. This is 2017 Panini Select. This is rookie. PSA 10's been going, averaging between 300 and 400. Obviously, his prices will be going up. He's been balling out. And he did take a dip for a little while. His prices did go down for a little bit, but they're steady on the rise again. And you're going to see quite a few of his cards coming up soon, as he's one of my major PCs. And I was lucky enough to scoop these up. I think Tatum's might be the only one that I scooped a bunch up off of eBay fairly cheap before he exploded in price. I did actually pull a ton of his stuff as well. So let's get to that. Following that trend, let's see what we got here. Next up, let me just get the sticker off this card real quick. There's another Tatum. This is the red and yellow. These came in mega boxes. PSA 10 is averaging around 300 as well for this card. And all three of these I have pack pulled myself and subbed with my guys at PCSports.com, sportscards.com. And yeah, they're just awesome looking cards. Not really a fan of the yellow part of it for some reason, but The red and blue I like a lot. And one of my favorite years of actual optic cards as well. I was building a master set of those before prices skyrocketed on some of these guys. All right. Next up will be another Jayson Tatum. This will be just the base version. I probably, let's see how many total I have. 1 sec. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 PSA 10s. But I also have about 12 PSA 9s and a couple more raws that I have yet to submit. I was buying these cards at an average price of probably $4 for a while. I think I pulled all 3 of those red, white, red and yellows. I think I only pulled 2 of these actual bases, but I was buying the rest $3-4 a pop. I kind of wish I kept on buying them, but once I got a certain amount, I kind of just stopped. But kicking myself for not keep going. These are averaging about 3 1/4 right now, and I've just been slowly going up and up and up. And I am not complaining at all as far as that goes. There, put this right there. Next up, this will be another card from Panini Prism. This is another red ice. This will be one of the future greatest players of all time, LeBron James. I didn't think this would get a 10 when I submitted it. I thought this would be a 9. I thought the centering was off just a little. But when it came back, at 10, did not complain whatsoever. Last sale, the one on this was about 3 1/4. So that's what the price I have it averaged at. And this will probably just be something I hold. It's just, as much as I dislike LeBron, I'm not really looking to sell his stuff. His kind of stuff that I would hold. Don't really PC him, but when I pull stuff of him, I tend to hold it. All right, next up, back to baseball. This is a card that I actually traded for back when shows were going on here up in Woburn, Mass. Another dealer traded me this for like a bunch of other smaller cards for him to sell. This is going for about $300 to $350. This is the 19 Topps Chrome Guerrero Jr. Rookie Auto, PSA 10. Definitely would not have gotten a 10 on the auto if BJS he graded this. But it's my one and only Vlad Auto that I have. So this would technically be available for sale if and when these card shows start back up, because I don't PC them, don't care to PC them, but it's a cool card. So, all right. Next up is going to be of a card you've already seen, but this is just going to be a different version. This is going to be 19 Topps Chrome Fernando Tatis Pink Refractor. This I pack pulled myself, and it's actually, I think, when I first found some of this product, this might have actually been the first pink pack I opened. I pulled this. It's going for about $360 to $400 a piece, PSA 10. And once again, this, even though I don't PC this guy, this will definitely be a card I hold for at least for a little bit. And yeah, it's just a nice looking card. All right, here we go. This is another, I think the only other card I traded for. This was a card I picked up from another local dealer back when the big shows at the Shriners Auditorium in Wilmington, Mass. were going on. This is 2018 Donruss Optic Giannis Antetokounmpo Dominator Signatures. It's only a mint 9. I was a little disappointed in that. I thought I'd have the chance to get the 10. I'm still really not quite sure. You know, the centering looks good enough to me. I didn't see any imperfect. I don't know. It's one of those things I thought about cracking, but I've also thought about just holding it because I don't really intend to sell it. I got a value on it around 350 to 380 because the only real comp that sold was a BGS 9.5 at 4.25. So it's hard to. There was the only other one that was even listed was a raw version. I think I saw this, and I don't know. My value's a little off on this. Don't really care, but if you think that's a fair price, or I should either expect more or less for this if I ever moved it, let me know in the comments. All right, getting back to baseball. This is gonna be the first and one of the few BGS cards in here. This is a baseball card, not one of my favorite products, at least from that year. This was actually pulled for me in a break back when I did a crap more joining a breaks than I do now, even though I do a lot now. This is when I actually first started breaking with one of my favorite breakers, one of I think the better breakers there is, Scott Bateson. You can find him nastybreaks.com. Over I think he's still on breakers.tv. He's still one of the originals. I think it's still there. But he pulled this for me, and once I got it at the first local Shriner show there was, when Beckett was there, I got this raw graded. I liked it, so I let them take it and hard case it for me. Would have been nice if I just got that little bump and gotten the black label. That would have been awesome. But I got this around $400 as far as a value is. The only sale that I saw was a BGS 9.5 that went for $300. So, and I don't even think, actually, no, I'm sorry, it didn't even sell. It's listed at $300, and it's there were two of them. That's what it was. There were two 9.5s. Neither one of them sold, or they're still listed. I don't know. They could sell. Who knows? But I got it around $400 as far as the value goes. I don't think I'll move on from this, at least not anytime soon, at least. He's part of the future of the Red Sox, along with my other PC guys, Devers, who surprisingly didn't make it into the top 40. I think he was on the cusp on the lower end. But, yeah, like I said, I'm not really a fan of Sterling, even though I think they've actually gotten better. I like this last year's version of Sterling. But this is a nice card in general. Golds are always nice to get. All right. Next up, we have another Pokemon card. This is from Sun and Moon. This is a full art Trainer Lily. Not exactly one of the more popular cards, but still, I don't believe there was a high pop on this. I forget what it was. But the last couple sales were all right around $400. And it's just, I love the art on the full art trainers. And this one was one of the few that I liked from this set. I submitted it. And they just look so nice. As far, they might not be into Pokemon. And, I get it. Some people are just strictly sports cards. But I did Pokemon for a while. Still do. Not the biggest part of my collection or what I buy into, but they're just nice cards in general if you like art or if it was something you grew up with. All right. Next up, getting back into a PC player. This is going to be another Jayson Tatum card. This is the Shock. These have been going for around $400, just above the base. I have two of these in the PSA 10, and I believe I also have two PSA 9s. And these were both pack pulled as well. I think these were exclusive to, what were they exclusive to? Were they, I forget. But I did pull these. And I don't know. I think they're a cool design. The way you can see in the light kind of moves. It's pretty cool. But it's not my favorite of the variations, which actually we'll be getting up to next. My next Jayson Tatum, to continue the trend of PC player. This is Blue Velocity. These are my favorite blue velocities out of all the blue velocities, many of the current sets from Optic. And it's my favorite variation from this set as well. And it's just, I don't know, something about it, the blue just pops. I don't care that it's not numbered or anything. And it's not even one of the more expensive variations of this card. These go for around $450 to $500 a piece. I have 3 PSA 10s, 2 PSA 9s. I have a BGS 9.5, and yeah, I have that. So there's the 9.5 right there. I forget what the price is on that. And yeah, but I also have one raw that is going out in a future sub, and hopefully get it back to join the party as a PSA 10. All right, next up will be of a card that we have already seen before, just a different variation or parallel, whatever you want to call it. This is just the straight up refractor. Topps Chrome, Fernando Tatis rookie. Last couple sales were between $500 and $600, and yeah, I will not complain about that. I'll take that price any day. But like I said, he's one of those few that I don't PC. However, I will hold on to for a little bit more, a little bit longer, because I do believe that his prices will increase. And due to the fact that he's one of the better young players there is, there's no reason it shouldn't. So that will be a hold for me for now. All right. Next up, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. He's still currently playing, surprisingly, though I still think he should have retired as of last year. But this is the GOAT himself. This is a 2000 Bowman Tom Brady rookie. I purchased this card. Someone sent me I had watched it, and it didn't sell, and someone sent me a best offer. I think it was at $265, and I got this maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago maybe. Right now, the PSA 8 is going between $650 to $750. So the price has definitely gone up on this. This is my only Bowman rookie. I do have another rookie, not one of the more fancier ones. It's the dual photo. Let me see if I can find it over here to the side. When I was making this list, I got all my slabs and other cards all around here. And I got this. I have this as well. Not one of the more popular ones, but this is the only big rookie I have. I'd love to be able to move some other cards that I have out for grading, and even some of these other stuff to one day get the Chrome version, or maybe even a PSA 10 of this version. But yeah, that's one of my chase cards for the future, is either more of these or a better version. But yeah, thankfully, I believe it was actually either my buddy Mr. B. Roth 6 or Bowman 51 that when I was talking in our group chat, I got the offer sent to me. They're like, do it, just do it, just do it. And I did it, and thankfully I listened to their advice, and I did it. Greatest of all time as far as I'm concerned. All right. Getting close to our top 10. Let me see where we're at real quick, what I got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me get my top 10 set aside real quick. That way I can know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So top 10 right there. All right. Next up is another Pokemon card. I have 2 of these. And both of these were actually pulled for me by Ashley, the girl who pulled that other Pokemon card for me. So this is another Japanese Pokemon. And this is 2016 first edition Charizard Holo. This would have coincided with Evolutions, the American set. And these are currently going between, the last couple of prices were $700, $600, and $735. And they're both PSA 10s, and they're very nice looking. Japanese cards in general are so much better quality than the American counterparts. So if you're into Pokemon and you're looking to pick up more cards or different cards, look into the Japanese stuff. It's popular. And if it's Charizard, you can even look into French. There's a French version you can find. I think there's a German version. There's a Korean version. The only time you have to watch out with Pokemon cards, for the most part, is if they're coming out of China. The Chinese are notorious for counterfeiting the Pokemon cards in general, but just do your due diligence. They do have a different back, as you can see, and the quality of the card is so much better. Like, if you held a Japanese card in your hand and an American card in your hand, you can tell the quality difference. All right. Next up is another card from 2019 Panini Prism. I wish it had gotten a 10, but I get why it got a 9. The centering is not the greatest. And if it had gotten a 10, the price difference on this thing probably would be about over $1,000, I believe. But this is, let me move these real quick. That way they're not taken away from the focus. Sorry about that. All right. This is the Red Ice rookie Panini Prism, Zion Williamson. Last sale was just over $700, and this is one of those other few cards I do feel is going to increase in value, even though it's only a 9. And I don't really PC Zion for the most part, but I'm not opposed to starting small PC. You'll see some more cards in a minute. He's actually up next as well. But, you know, I'm not opposed to selling 9s and keeping 10s, or, you know, something, or keeping a few of one and selling the others to make some profit if I have multiples. But I think the Red Ice, they did an awesome job with the Red Ice. It's just a very nice looking card. All right. Actually, I lied. It's not up next. They're on the top. We're close, though. I got a few in front of it. The next up was actually, it's not even here yet, to be honest. And how do I describe this? Well, I'll just show it to you. It was recently pulled for me, and it's actually a redemption card. And there was one sale of it. They went for $720. This is this year's Impeccable. This is the Elegance Rookie Helmet and Patch Autos, Mr. Joe Burrow. I have pondered myself. I don't know if I want to redeem it or try and sell it. Now, if the local shows were up and going, I probably would have, how do I describe this? Probably would have just sold it at the local shows. This probably would have been sitting in my showcase, and if someone offered me cash right there for it, I would have sold it. It's hard getting redemptions sometimes, especially when they don't want to sign, and if it's a high value card, high dollar card, it sucks if they have to replace it. You know, a lot of us are seeing with the, I guess there was another redemption I probably could have thrown in here, was my Kobe Bryant redemption from Hoops this year, because they're sending out the Kobe packs, and the Kobe packs are selling for about $3,000. So I guess I probably could have included that, but I didn't. And yeah. So I still don't know what I want to do with this, if I want to redeem it or not. I guess I got 2 years, but yeah, if you're local though, if you're local to Massachusetts and you know me, and if you're interested, let me know. Maybe I'll just sell to you. We'll see. And with that being said, that actually just jogged my memory as I'm staring at this other card that I did forget a card. The first card that should have been mentioned, which would have been card number 40, is actually a card that is not in my actual possession. It's the only one that was not in my possession that I put on this list, only because if it comes back, it could be good money. But in its current state, a raw card of this card was going for about $210 to $225, and it's actually would have been a Zion Williamson Orange Laser from Donruss. So if you're hearing this now, if you're still watching this video, that should have been the first card shown. If not, then yeah, don't bother. Because I'm sure I'm going to hear someone say, yeah, you only showed 39. But, all right. Next card up are all cards that I pack pulled. These didn't come from any breaks, didn't purchase any of these in the secondary market, or anything. I pack pulled all 4 of these. When I did happen to find some of this product, and I'm glad I did, because I found some, and I got 4 of these bad boys. 4 PSA 10s, John Morant. These are all averaging about 7.25 right now. So, if you can find stuff at retail price, and it's good products, then I guess I can't yell at you for buying it all. Unless you're just doing it strictly to flip, then maybe I'll get angry at you, but I can't, I can't blame you. Yeah, I didn't find much Prism this year, but when the stuff I did find, I did buy. And luckily, I was able to get 4 of these. And luckily, all 4 managed the PSA 10. All right, last card before we hit the top 10. This will be another card I did pack pull myself as well, because back when this was first released, I actually managed to find a ton of this. I did buy a bunch of it. Wish I had bought more. I think I bought, oh God, I don't know how many blasters and whatnot, but I actually bought from one of our local dealers and twice on Amazon. I bought the full box of the cello packs, and surprisingly, out of all the packs I opened, this was the only Trae Young rookie I pulled as far as the base goes. You'll see another one coming up soon, but this was the only base Trae I pulled, and he's balling this year. He's I'm glad I didn't sell him. This right now, PSA 10 is going for about $8.15, $8.20. And, yeah, it's only going up. All right. Next up, top 10. Card number 10. All right. This is from this year's Prism. Zion Williamson, rookie, PSA 10. I got 3 of these in the 10 format. And I also have 2 or 3 9s. I forget how many total I have. But I also have 2 more out in a current grading submission right now. And if those come back as 10s, that would be absolutely fantastic. These are going for about $800 to $900 a pop. I don't doubt that they'll hit 1,000 at some point. And if they do, that will be awesome. But his prices have been fluctuating, so we'll see. All right. Number 9, also from this year's Prism. Also pack pulled from myself. This is a Kobe White silver Prism. And this is probably the best silver I pulled out of all the rookies I pulled. Wish I could have pulled the Zion. That would have been fantastic, but I didn't. But, yeah, this is going for about $910 to $930 at the moment. This could probably also crack the $1,000 mark if he continues playing well or gets better. Who knows? I don't really follow the Bulls, so I really don't know how well he's doing. But I don't doubt with his popularity that he could still break the $1,000 mark as well. And, yeah, we'll see. All right, card number 8. This will be the first 4-digit card. You've already seen one version of this. This was also pack pulled. Trae Young, red, white, and blue Prism from 18 Panini Prism. It's going for about $1,000 even. There's a PSA 10 at the moment. And I think this can still go up in price for sure. I don't per se PC this guy, but like Tatis Jr., this is one of those guys that I'll probably hold his stuff for a while because he's just he's doing insanely well, and Can only go up as far as I'm concerned with him. And, kind of wish I had picked some more stuff up as well. I do have a bunch of Chronicle stuff of him and Luka that are in a future sub that's going out. I know they're not the most desirable product out there, the Chronicles, but I actually kind of like this rookie class version of Chronicles. I look a lot better than the Ja and Zion class, but yeah. All right. Next up is another Pokemon card, and I'm actually surprised at the prices of this thing. I looked them up. This is reverse foil PSA 10 from Evolutions. The last prices I saw sold was from like 2 days ago. One was like $1,600. Before that, there was a $1,300 best offer accepted. I didn't think it was that high. I do have like 6 more of these, all PSA 9s. I do have a couple holo versions, but unfortunately, they didn't get a 10. I do have a binder with the set that I built of this in it, with the holo version and another reverse holo. I contemplated taking them out and getting them graded, see what they get, and maybe cracking one of the worst versions and putting them in place. But I haven't decided yet. But this is one of the cards why you can't find this stuff on the shelf. This stuff's getting cleared off as well. So if you find Evolutions, it's a great set, especially if you're into it as a child. This is pretty much just a reproduction kind of at least the images, not reproduction per se, the original set, but this is what the base set looked like, the very first set. These were the images. All right. Next up is a rookie of one of the greatest of all time, and it's actually one of 2 cards that I own that I need to get reslabbed because it's mislabeled. This is a LeBron James Bowman rookie, but it's actually chrome, and they didn't put chrome on there. And if you look up the price difference between non-chrome and chrome, it is significant enough that I want them to put change the label so that people don't, I don't know, just for my own sake, I guess. I don't know. But this version was going for about $1,600 last I looked up. This is one of the 2 cards that I have in this video here that I won on a Raz. This was actually a Raz that I got into. I think I put $10 into this. It was going for about $100 at the time this Raz was done. So that is a nice little profit right there to have $10 into this and about $15 into grading. So I have about $25 into this $1,600 card. So that is pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Like I said before, I don't PC LeBron, but he's definitely one of those players. When I do get stuff, I will hold on to it, at least for now. Now, this next card was hard to put a price on, only because there are none sold of this version. There's only one other card of this card sold of a parallel that we could find, and that was a gold version, and that went for a lot more. But this here is a PSA 10, population of 2, so I have one of the 2 right here. Certified rookie roll call auto. My friend and I last night figured we could put a value on it around $2,000. There was a couple raw versions that were going for, I think, 5 to 7, and there were no PSAs, 9s or 10s or anything. And seeing as this is a pop of 2, I'm not too hesitant to put a price of at least $2,000 on it. You know, if you think that's a fair price, let me know in the comments. I think it's be worth more, but awesome card. I actually had this, excuse me, out for sale on my showcase for a while in Woburn, asking, I think, like $300, and no one bought it. So I'm kind of glad. And, yeah. All right. Cracking. Actually, that was card number 5. So, card number 4, back to Pokemon. This was pulled for me a while ago from another breaker, Mario. It was PokemonBreaks.com. I think he's changed it now to TCGplayer.com because he does more than just Pokemon now. But if you do enjoy breaks and do enjoy Pokemon, check him out. He's an awesome guy. I've done a lot of breaks with him. And yeah, he pulled this for me. This was from Burning Shadows. Burning Shadows. This is a secret rare Charizard GX PSA 10. Last three prices were between $3,000 and $3,500. I've seen this upwards of $5,000, but I think it has settled down for a little bit. But this is also one of those sets that if you're chasing Charizard, this is one of the better ones to get. This is a nice looking card in general. And PSA 10, yeah. Good little card right there. All right. Next up, number 3. This was pulled by me out of one of those boxes of cellos I was talking about before from 18 Prism. This is the Luka Doncic Green Prism. I actually pulled this along with another card you'll see in a little bit in the same box, so this was kind of cool. PSA 10 of this card right now is going for about $3,700, and I expect this to continue to rise as well. Yeah, if you know Luka, it's not numbered. I don't think I could afford the numbered ones unless I started moving some of these, but I think the green just looks nice. Obviously, the blue would have been cooler, you know, jersey color match. Still, I'm glad. When I pulled this, I was excited. Probably one of the best cards I ever pulled until card number 1. You'll see. And yeah, if I could, wish I bought more of that stuff back when I did. When those boxes were going for like $125 a pop. All right, this next card is actually a recent card. It was pulled for me by one of my breakers. This was pulled by Mr. Hollywood himself, John, from sportscardinvestorsgroupbreaks.com. They were definitely established long before that guy, Mr. Sports Card Investor. They've been here longer. But I don't generally join high dollar breaks because I don't like not getting stuff and taking that risk. But I have in the past. I won before. And I just missed a case hit by one case the team that I bought into. But this time, I didn't. This is a Tom Brady auto from Spectra. This is the champion signature. And let me show you real quick. It is numbered 1 out of 4. Now, there are no sales for the version numbered to 4. However, the version numbered to 3, there was a sale for $5,500, and the version numbered to 5, there was a sale for $4,000 even. So I'd have to assume that the number 4 would be somewhere in the middle, somewhere between 45 to 48 maybe. But I don't intend on selling this anytime soon. This is one of those cards. It's like only Tom Brady auto that I have. And it's just beautiful. I think I bought into this break. I think I spent $99 to get into this break, I think it was. It was only that cheap because I think a majority of Tom Brady's stuff from this set is in the Bucs uniform. And this version, the Champion Signatures, is the only thing in Patriots uniform, I believe. So I lucked out. the Brady auto that was pulled was the Patriots uniform. All right. Now, the number 1 card I have. My friends should know what it is. And it'll be no surprise. I've already talked about it. And you've already seen a version of it. But it is Silver Prism Luka Doncic. The sad part about this card is, even though I did pack pull it, for those that do know me, know that I had a second one of these. And those friends also know that I sold this other one way too early at a local card show at the Shriners Auditorium. And at the time, when I sold it, well, let's just put it this way. I sold it for $550 to another local dealer who then sold it later that day for, I think, $800, because it was only going for about $900 at the time. And, yeah, boy, am I kicking myself now. It's currently going around $8,500 at the moment. There have been sales as far as up to 10. Kind of wish I still had it. I also had 2 base versions, just the non-silver. Sold those too early as well. However, I do still have this silver, and I still have the green, and those aren't going anywhere anytime soon. So, well, I don't know. I kick myself every now and then for moving the other one, but I'm glad I kept this one. This is a nice looking card. This was pack pulled right out of a cello pack. And needless to say, I was very excited when I got it. And they both graded the 10s, so that is awesome. Well, that rounds out my top 40. If you made it this far through the video, thank you very much. Let me know in the comments if you agree with the pricing or if you like the cards. And make sure you check out my buddy's versions of these videos, Filmington, Cardi C. I don't know if my other friends have done any yet. At least I haven't seen them yet. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep on collecting and stay safe, everyone. Bye.